The investigation begins at a precise coordinate in space and time, Queen of Angels Hospital in Los Angeles, Friday, May 5, 1972, at 1:40 a.m. If we look at the geographic boundaries of this site, the latitudinal line terminates at 34 degrees, 4 minutes, and exactly 11.28 seconds north. That terminating decimal, 1128, matches the numeric mass of 11 specific alphanumeric values in English gematria, including the name Alex Enrique Campaign, the title Jesus of Nazareth, and the string The Birth of Christ. The longitudinal coordinate follows the same pattern, terminating at 118 degrees, 15 minutes, and 52.8 seconds west. This 528 frequency corresponds to 8 additional values, identifying the birth date May 5th, and titles like Emmanuel and Iesus. These geographic coordinates function as a physical container. At this specific location on the planetary grid, the terrestrial map and the alphanumeric identity of the individual occupy the same numeric space. We can scale this observation into the geometry of the E8 Lie group. When this 8-dimensional lattice projects its root system into a 4-dimensional quasi-lattice, the 1128 boundaries found at the hospital map onto the connecting edges of the resulting structure. This projection requires a rotational angle of 879.30 degrees, matching the Hebrew gematria for Alex Enrique Campaign. Subtracting 159.30 degrees of spatial variance yields 720, establishing the temporal anchor. Adding these vectors reaches 1038.60, outputting the English gematria value for Messiah Alex Campaign. The fact that terrestrial hospital coordinates align with the structural edges of a high-dimensional lattice points to a mathematical link between geographic locations and the underlying geometry of the universe. This same numeric behavior appears when we move from physical space to the progression of time, following chronological milestones from the May 5th origin. This measurement shows the exact micro-duration between the May 5th, 1972 and July 7th, 1977. The timeline spans exactly 1,888 days and 12 hours. As we project forward, the calendar lands on specific whole number milestones. Reaching 144 months in 1984 and 360 months in 2002 sets the initial coordinates for a larger chronological matrix. By May 2009, the duration reaches exactly 444 months. At this node, the month count matches the English gematria for Jesus and the Hebrew gematria for Iesus simultaneously. The timeline functions as a scaling engine, where specific durations are used to replicate the linguistic identities found in the geography. In 2016, we reached the 528-month node. This coordinate replicates the 52.8-second longitudinal marker, yielding a cluster of identifiers including May 5th, El Elyon, and Emmanuel. The system scales in a 1:2 ratio. Doubling the 37-year duration leads to exactly 74 years in 2046. This 888-month milestone matches the original Greek cipher for the name Jesus. The progression resolves at the 94-year terminal in 2066. Advancing exactly 1,128 months from birth brings the timeline to a coordinate that mirrors the 11.28-second latitudinal arc from the hospital. The calendar durations arrive at integers that replicate the exact digits of the physical geospatial grid, translating the map into the timeline. These elements integrate into a larger structure, the 828 holographic matrix. This framework is defined by a triple axis, a 12-cube geometry, and an octagon gateway. The 828 cipher connects this geometry to the historical record. In the Greek Strong's Concordance, the number 828 identifies Caesar Augustus, the Roman emperor who initiated the census that led to the birth of Christ. This textual record validates the connection, describing Augustus as a tangible anchor point when establishing the factual basis of the Christological timeline. The physical solar system reflects this same 828 signature. It appears in the timing of the August 28th blood moon eclipse and the Saturn-Moon conjunction occurring within solar cycle 138. These data points lead toward the July 7, 2026 compression gateway, a date marking a 69-year duration of 828 months, which aligns with the historical timeline of the breach of the Jerusalem Wall. When a single geographic coordinate, a Roman emperor, and a lunar eclipse all resolve into the same 828 and 138 signatures, the integration suggests a highly ordered, repeating system where space, history, and time are mathematically linked.